There's a feeling that lives deeper than most emotions, deeper than sadness, deeper than fear. It's the feeling that you are not just struggling, you are fundamentally wrong. Not that you did something bad, that you are something bad. This is the shame shadow, and its core message is one of the most painful things a human being can believe about themselves. Something is wrong with me. Now, before we go any further, I want to make a distinction that could change the way you understand yourself. There is a difference between guilt and shame. And that difference matters enormously. Guilt says, I made a mistake. Shame says, I am the mistake. Guilt is about something you did. Shame is about who you are. Guilt can be repaired. Shame feels like it cannot. That's what makes it so heavy. Shame doesn't appear out of nowhere. It develops, often in childhood, through experiences that were never the child's fault. It grows through humiliation, through emotional abuse, through relentless harsh criticism, through religious fear or condemnation that taught you to see yourself as inherently sinful or broken, through bullying, through sexual trauma, through constantly being compared to others and coming up short, through growing up in a home shaped by addiction or dysfunction, through simply feeling unwanted or unloved. Here's the thing about children, they personalize everything. When a child is surrounded by pain, chaos, or cruelty, they don't have the tools yet to say, there is something broken in this environment. Instead, they feel, there is something broken in me. They absorb the dysfunction around them and turn it inward, into a core belief. I am flawed, I am defective, I am less than. And that belief, once lodged deep enough, becomes the lens through which they see everything. As adults, people carrying shame wounds live in a kind of invisible hiding. They may feel fundamentally flawed, like there's a part of them that, if anyone truly saw it, would make people leave. So they hide their true selves. They keep walls up. They fear intimacy and exposure, because intimacy feels dangerous when you believe your real self is unacceptable. Some cope by overachieving, working harder, doing more, being more, trying to earn enough worth to compensate for the shame underneath. Others turn to self-sabotage or addiction, numbing the pain that never quite goes away. Many battle perfectionism, driving themselves relentlessly because anything less than perfect feels like proof that the shame was right all along. Chronic guilt, constant self-criticism, an internal voice that is harsher than anything anyone else could ever say. Feeling unworthy of love, not just romantically, but in every relationship, in every room, in every moment of kindness that someone tries to offer. And here's the cruelest part of shame. It survives in secrecy. It grows stronger in silence. The more we hide it, the more powerful it becomes. The more we tell ourselves no one can ever know, the deeper the roots go. But there is a way through, and it starts with one courageous act: bringing the hidden pain into the light. Healing shame doesn't mean endlessly reliving your suffering. It doesn't mean rehearsing every painful memory or dwelling in the past. It means finally, gently, stopping the act of carrying it alone. It begins with self-forgiveness, not bypassing what happened, but releasing the judgment that says you deserved it or caused it or that it defines you. It means releasing toxic self-judgment, challenging those internalized beliefs that were handed to you by people who were broken themselves. It means sharing honestly with safe people, a friend, a therapist, a community, a support group, someone who can hear your truth and reflect back to you. You are not what was done to you. Shame cannot survive being spoken out loud to a compassionate witness. It just can't. It means learning self-compassion, treating yourself with the same gentleness you would offer a child who was hurting. Because in many ways, that's exactly who is still carrying this. It means recognizing that your wounds are not your identity. What happened to you shaped you, but it does not define you. You are not your history. You are not your worst moments. You are not the worst thing anyone ever said about you. And it means understanding deeply that being human includes imperfection. Every single person you know, every person who has ever seemed put together, confident, untouchable, carries something. No one gets through this life without wounds. Imperfection is not proof that something is wrong with you. Imperfection is just what being human looks like from the inside. A person healing from shame gradually stops asking the old question, how do I hide my flaws? And begins asking a new one, how do I fully accept my humanity? And that shift, right there, is everything. Let me leave you with a few questions to sit with quietly. What parts of yourself do you hide most? What are the corners of you that you've decided no one is allowed to see? What messages made you feel defective? Where did they come from? And do they actually belong to you? Where do you attack yourself internally? What does that inner critic say? And whose voice does it really sound like? And finally, what would self-compassion actually look like for you? Not as a concept, in practice. Today, what would it feel like to speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you love? You are not the mistake. You never were. What was done to you? What was said to you? What was modeled for you? None of that is a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of the pain that was already there before you arrived. You are worthy of being fully known, fully seen, fully loved, not despite your humanity, because of it.